going on, people, and welcome to my match recap and player ratings for yesterday's game, Chelsea versus Manchester United, finishing Chelsea 1, Manchester United 1. It's a great point for United, considering how our season's going and just how it is at the club at the moment. Ranić's obviously been appointed today as the new manager, the interim. So hopefully some positive changes coming for us. A great point away at Stamford Bridge. I'm not over the moon about how we went about it, again, in terms of our style of play and putting men behind the ball and counter-attacking, but a point nonetheless away to Chelsea, considering how good Chelsea are, European champions, top of the league as well. So I'll take the point, but I just wish we could do it in a more positive way in terms of playing good football. But it's a massive point for us, so I'm not going to lie. Player ratings, David De Gea, I would give a 7. I thought he made quite a few crucial saves for us, especially in the first half. It could have been 2 or 3-0 in the first half if it wasn't for David. So, a 7 for David De Gea. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I'd give a 3. I thought he got caught out of position countless times throughout the game. Just, he's not good enough. He's really not. Sometimes he'll be very good defensively in terms of last-ditch tackles and blocks, but his positioning always puts him in trouble, and I thought he was awful yesterday, so he gets a 3. Lindelof, I'd give a 4. I don't think he was great, and I think there was a few times he looked a little bit dodgy, but I think that him and one other guy were not the worst of the defence, but he was probably a little bit below average. So I'd give Lindelof a 4. Bailly, I'd give a 3. I remember there was someone, I can't remember who it was, that turned him in the box and got shot away, and there was another time later on where he made a mess of it and allowed a chance, I think. So for me, not his best game. I'd give Bailly a 3. Telles, a 4, below average, but I don't think he was that bad, a bit like Lindelof. He wasn't worse than Bailly or Aaron Wan-Bissaka for me. Positionally, a little bit dodgy, but I don't think anywhere near as bad as Aaron Wan-Bissaka was. So I'd give him a 4. Mctominay and Matic, I'd give both a 3 too. No creation. I think Matic tries, but he just hasn't got the legs to get there now. And Mctominay, he can't pass. He's physical, yes, he wins headers, but his passing's not good enough. It's negative as well, his passing, and he just has no creation for me. So I was disappointed with both of them yesterday. Both get a 3. Fred, I actually thought was slightly better than McTominay and Matic. I'd give him a 4. Still below average, but I feel like his energy was good, and I thought he was one of the best in terms of pressing that I don't think it was great at yesterday. It was probably a little bit better than it has been, but it's still not nowhere near what we need. Hopefully with Ranić coming in, that is going to change of his philosophy. But I think Fred weren't the worst yesterday, but still below average. So I give him a 4. Sancho, I'd give a 5. Obviously he got the goal after Jorginho's mistake. Good composure for the finish, but I don't think he had a great game. I think his pressing off the ball is not good enough. When he presses, 9 times out of 10, he's jogging at about 25% to try and track and close someone down, which it needs to be more intense. On the ball, he does show promise and he's good, but it's in glimpses at the moment, and we need it more consistently throughout longer periods of the game. But he got the goal, so I'd give him an average of a 5. Bruno, I'd give him a 4. Frustrating for him. Didn't see a ton of the ball. He's still going down like he's made of China at times, which I don't like. A lot of complaints about fouls and stuff when I'm just like, just get on with it, Bruno. Like, you can't just expect the referee to rescue in certain situations in games all the time. And I feel like we've been getting that a bit too much from him recently. So I think he was below average yesterday. I'll give him a 4. Rashford, a bit like Sancho with the pressing, it's non-existent. At least with Sancho, I feel like he tries slightly more than Rashford, but both of them need to up their pressing, as well as Bruno, to be honest. And yeah, I felt like he was very quiet, didn't affect the game and influence it enough. So Rashford would get a 3. Lingard, I didn't really notice him when he came on at all. I'd give him a 4. Ronaldo, I'd give an average 2, because when he came on, he made a few defensive headers and clearances, and didn't really see a lot from him in the attacking third, but defensively I thought he come on and did a reasonable job, so I'd give him an average of a 5. And Donny, I got to be honest, I didn't notice him when he came on, so I'd probably give Donny a 4 as well. Carrick, overall, I'd give him a 3. Tactically, dropping Ronaldo, I don't think helped. Yes, we got a point, but I'm not sure that dropping Ronaldo is the best thing to do. Not starting Donny again, even though I said I didn't notice him, like, that's because he didn't have a lot of time when he came on. So I think a few of the people he put in to start the game were wrong. McTominay, for me, shouldn't have started, and I'd give possibly Delo a chance. He hasn't been great when he has featured recently, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka was poor. And Rashford, I don't think really deserves to be starting either. So McTominay and Rashford and maybe Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I think you could change them out for other people. So for me, I think it's a good point, as I said, but the style and way in which we go about getting that point is not good enough. And I'm looking forward to Ranić when he comes in. I'm hearing that Carrick, Phelan and McKenna are all staying. So as long as they're not going to influence what Ranić's decisions and his philosophy, then I ain't going to mind. But if they're still playing like this under Ranić, and you can tell that it's getting influenced by Carrick and Phelan and McKenna, we might as well not brought Ranić in. So it's going to be interesting to see how that develops. But they should have all been gone, let's face it. But a great point, a massive point away to the European champions and potential winners of the league this year, the way they're going. I don't think they were at their best, Chelsea, and they could have even won it at the end with that back post volley that Rudiger skied over. So I'll take the point every day of the week, but I just wish we could go about doing it in a more entertaining and convincing way. Man of the match for me, David De Gea, because if he doesn't make them saves in the first half especially, we lose the game early on. So for me, David De Gea gets it yet again. And when your goalkeeper is getting you man of the matches over people that are even scoring, that tells you the story. So I'll catch you soon, guys. I'm going to be dropping a Premier League predictions video tonight as well, because we've got a quick fire set of games Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm going to be dropping that in a little while as well. Look out for that. And I'll speak to you guys soon.